Okay, we're gonna catch a spare here. That isn't just this building, but this unit, but all these buildings. But over your front balcony, that little square right there with the screen on it, that's a fresh air induction vent because this is a tight home. And so you got to introduce some fresh air every once in a while so you don't get stale house syndrome. So that's a good thing. Now in Texas, our vents are required to have screens on them because we got problems with birds. In other parts of the country, the screens are prohibited because most of our storms come from the northeast. This house faces northeast. And most of our storms come from the northwest. This home faces northeast. But most of our storms come from the northwest. Our freezing storms. And if that freezes over, it could starve your heater. It could starve your heater. And I think they call it furnace here, but you don't have a furnace. It's all electric home. No, they call it heater. Okay, excuse me. It could starve the air coming in, and on the coldest day of the year, it's possible that the house could not heat because that was frozen up. The odds are very, 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 very low. I just thought I'd keep you up at night. This is about the water meter and water pressure. And right here, we've got, 0 gallons flowing per minute. Let's go back around. Let's try it again. Wait for it. No, 0 gallon. 0.000. Alright, so we passed the water meter test. What we haven't passed, see that valve right there? That's your main shutoff valve that belongs to the city. That's why it's got the little dog ears on there so you can put a padlock if you don't pay your utility bills. Alright, so far, that's the only way I can ascertain that that's how you turn the water off to the house. If you have an emergency, you might have to go to that. I don't see a main water shutoff valve. I might change my mind, it might show up later. Usually they're in the garage. Is it behind the door here? No. Is it in the pantry? No. We do not have a main water shutoff valve. That meter belongs to the municipality. That's not supposed to be any of your business. Is that how you shut the water off? Interesting. This is the closest bid faucet to the meter. This is how we look for water pressure. And I'm old school. I'm looking for no less than 40 psi. Although I can't find an existing requirement about that, and no more than 80. All right, so we got about 75 psi. I'll leave that on for a moment. I'm gonna get a still image of it after I shut this meter, and you're supposed to let it set for a few minutes to get your correct measurement. So because of that, an expansion tank is not required on the water heater. We do not have enough water pressure to require an expansion tank. It'd be a good idea. I see it in a lot of new construction regardless of the water pressure. If this was a closed system, meaning if it had a backflow device, if I find one of those later, then I'll have on the water heater that I said, you should have an expansion tank on that. But so far, I can't determine that an expansion tank is required. Okay, now let's see what we got. Edging up there on 80. Almost, but not quite.